Hello, welcome everyone. How are you today? Well, yes, here we have this new moon of opportunity, this first new moon, month of January 2019, in the sign of Capricorn. And we also have a solar eclipse in its midst. So I did print something up because I thought it was kind of cool, you know, and I'm not the astrologer, but I just thought it was wonderful. And we're going to have, like last year, all these, you know, astral solar eclipses, lunar eclipses. We're going to have a lunar eclipse on the 21st also. It's fabulous. It's the cosmic realm is definitely wanting to get our attention and are definitely trying to talk to us. But I just want to open this up before I continue, because since it's the new year, new beginnings, new opportunities, okay? And when you have in Capricorn, okay, an earth sign in the respect and ruled by Saturn, that Saturn is about having those disciplines, having those limits, having those boundaries, being traditional, okay? And also the Major Arcana card for Saturn is the World. It's the last Major Arcana in the deck, number 21. We start with the 0, the spiritual initiate card, also known as the Fool. But we go through all this journey. We take that journey all the way to reach the world, okay? Where that speaks of that we've made it, we've done it. You know, we're working with the cosmic realm. We're working with the earth, moon, stars. It's all fabulous, okay? But let's just open up here. And here it says, new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn, January 5th and 6th. The new moon in Capricorn on January 5th, followed by a partial solar eclipse on January 6th, will have a serious impact on your life, no matter your zodiac sign, according to Donna Page. Her name is Donna Page, P-A-G-E, a professional astrologer with a graduate degree in counseling psychology. During a new moon phase, you normally can't see the moon, except when it's silhouetted during a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse happens when the shadow cast by the moon fully or partially blocks the sun. This happens when the sun, moon, and earth are aligned or nearly aligned in a straight line. A solar eclipse can only happen in tandem with a new moon, according to space.com. Okay, and if you've ever been to space.com, that's NASA's website. It's awesome, okay? But it's very scientific. It's no astrology, all about astronomy, and that's okay. That's what we keep the balance, right? You don't have a solar eclipse with every new moon, because the Earth's orbit around the sun is on a different plane from the moon's orbit around Earth. In the astrology world, a solar eclipse basically takes everything that normally happens during a new moon to the next level. And it says here in caps, right here in this sentence, they are bolded, they put it in bold. A solar eclipse is a stronger new moon, this Donna Page explains. So the next question, how will the new moon and partial solar eclipse affect me? Question mark. The new moon and solar eclipse in Capricorn are happening with the planet Saturn, which rules the zodiac sign of Capricorn. That means it's a time to make a plan or resolution in life and a powerful time to start something new. Okay, so we're just saying it's, you know, that those new opportunities, new growth, new beginnings, however you want to look at it. And that's why you have to go within, okay? So this Donna Page is saying, basically, if you've been wanting to get a new job or to make something happen, now is the time. There's a very strong push that says you should go after things in life, she says. Well, everyone is impacted by this energy. The zodiac signs of Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Libra will feel it a little bit more. And with Capricorn and Aries feeling it especially strongly, especially, you know, it's in your sign, Capricorn, friends. And Capricorn, you can also take it for those of you with your sun born in the month of January, or you know, like some of us may have our moon sign in Capricorn or rising, so just consider. Capricorns are going to feel it a lot because the energy from the new moon partial solar eclipse is in your sign, your sun sign, and Aries are really going to notice a shift because Mars, the planet of action, is in your sign. So I guess Mars is hovering around Capricorn right now. How will these events affect the rest of January? Question mark. Obviously, these astrological events might set off a chain reaction that will impact your actions for the rest of the month and maybe the rest of 2019. So that's why this reading is, kind of important. I've been setting up the table, and I keep, I'm just working with the Earth decks, and I got Aleister Crowley here, the Earth magician of alchemy he was. I have my Witch's Tarot deck, which is all about the earth, grounding with Mother. And then I have the Thelema deck, which highlights the Empress, which she's been, create heavy on my table for, I'm going to say 2 years now. Okay, and this is all about love, connectedness, and letting people be themselves without judgment. Okay, so there's also going to be a lunar eclipse on January 21st that will also make an impact. So you can see this month of January is powerful. Okay, powerful for us to set our intentions positive, take those opportunities, and even though we're working with a, some people call it a new moon, a dark moon, because you can't literally see it, but, with this new moon, if you put your thoughts into it, your prayers, your introspection, meditate, go within, pretty soon, because it's saying here we can harness these energies through the rest of 2019 also. We can discern like new beginnings, new realities, and take on unknown positive possibilities. Okay, so take on unknown positive possibilities. So here we go. Basically, you're going to get out there and grab life by the balls this month and do some serious emotional growth while you're at it. Sounds like the new year is going to get off on an awesome start. Okay, and when is the next solar eclipse? There are a grand total of 6 eclipses, both lunar and solar. And like we know, we're going to have a lunar eclipse on the 21st happening in 2019. So it's going to be a big year. Most notably, a total solar eclipse will occur on July 2nd, 2019 over the South Pacific, Chile, and Argentina, the magazine Forbes reports. The final solar eclipse of the year will happen on December 26, 2019, when a solar eclipse known as the Ring of Fire, in quotes, the Ring of Fire will be visible over the parts of Middle East, Indonesia, and Singapore. So December 26th, so here we come. Next December, Christmas season, we're going to have a solar eclipse as well. So yes, this is going to be a big year for eclipse watchers. And pay attention on how that will affect your horoscope, okay? So I just wanted to open up that to, signify how important this is going to be for all of us. And, just pay attention to what's going on. And go within. We talk about going within, taking that time a day, introspect, meditate, however you want to look at it, but just make it happen for yourselves, okay? And I like my crystals, but I love my seashells. I love anything that comes from Mother Earth, okay? None of this man-made here. I've got my Himalayan salt rocks there, my crystals, even pottery, even it's handmade, but it's the clay of the earth. So just consider to really, this can be an opening year for all of us if we put our body, mind, and soul into it and work with the cosmic realms. They're having conversations with us. So, and for those of you astrologers, astronomers out there, more power to you, because you know exactly what's going to be happening, okay? All right, let me take a moment here. Okay, I'm going to give us a bonus card because I didn't pick it, but it kind of popped out if you saw that. Okay. I just want this reading to give us the most positive opening, giving us the impetus to move forward in positive ways for ourselves, our families, our friendships, especially in business. Let this be right there in my hand. you know, for those of us trying to, you know, increase our money funds, right there in my hand. Let it happen in positive ways, you know. Okay, let me just put this a little bit more over there. Okay. And doing it all with integrity and bringing your soul purpose to the limelight. Good wealth, good health. Oh, I just kept going. Okay, let's do it. I was still on these cards. I really like the Witch's Tarot deck. I truly do. It kind of reads me. I love this Thelema deck too. This first deck right here with the Empress on the front. The only thing is they're kind of dark, you know. So it's. I wish they would have had brighter or more light to the images, so on video they looked not so dark. Okay, my first deck ever. Oh, and I did bring out my runes because I usually do my runes with full moons, but I figured with what I just opened up the reading with how important it is, these new beginnings, I figured let's work with the runes. They're my first divination ever. This deck, Aleister Crowley's The Book of Thoth, all about Egyptology. Okay, can you see why it's so dark here? I know it's been raining all morning long. I don't know, but anyway, this is my first tarot deck ever, so I wanted to work with it. You know, like my first ones, the new beginnings, what taught me how to work with it, work with the tarot and the runes. Okay, hold on, let me just take a moment. Okay, well, you know what? 1, 2, 3. How about that? Okay, bonus cards from each deck. How's that? Okay, my friends. Well, here we go. Let's look at this nice shell here. I found this in Key West back in the day. That's like, 20 years ago. All right, so we have my 9-card spread. We got some extra ones there. Blessings to all. May 2019 be a wonderful year for all of you, and put those, you know, this year, and because of all the eclipses, it's like really the cosmic realm is talking to us. You know, they truly are. Okay, first pull, woohoo! Look at this. My favorite knight comes through, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire. Okay, now I hope you can see this because right now it looks so dark to me. It really does. Let me see. Hold on. I've got my glasses on, but let me see if I can see. Ugh. Well. Now it's here. You see, that's what I'm saying. See, this deck is kind of like dark in the way that how they, you know, painted it. But I love this deck. And look. So here we have fire in the house. The knight, he's on his stallion. He's holding his wand. Okay, it's like that. He's got a crystal in that wand too. But he's all about that passionate energy. Masculine active. Okay, masculine active all the way. All boy, all masculine. Wonderful. And his stallion is, even his front hooves are kind of like up. I hope you can see this card, but I can't stop. I gotta make this reading happen here. I don't understand. I know it's kind of cloudy, but oh, look who came through! Temperance card came through. Ah, isn't that nice? Temperance card came through in the other reading. This is Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, so that's so nice to see this card come through. Definitely. How beautiful. And she's doing it. You know, I think this exact same card came through. Because I talked about how her foot is touching the water. Like she's on earth. Okay. But her foot is touching the water there. And she's doing the elixir mixing of the waters with the 2 cups. Yes, I think I did pull this exact same card. Okay, so the Temperance card is an angelic theme. She's an angel. Okay, so look up, contact your angels, work with them. Okay, how beautiful. Definitely. Yeah, I remember because it was talking about, I don't know if you can see, it's like these little stars. Like, there's like little stars in a way. But this is about, you know, applying your spirituality. Definitely. And you can see her on her crown chakra. It's nice and bright opening. I hope you can see, because right now it's all darkness in my picture, but maybe if you, oh, see, you can see a little more farther away. Can you see her now? See, now I can see it, but maybe my angle is different than what you all have. But beautiful. This exact same card has come through back to back. So there's a message. Oh, look at this. Yes. We have planet Saturn's card, the World, come through. And I don't think this World card has ever come through, because I don't recall this other feminine doing the alchemy as well with her hands and her feet. And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this World card before from the Thelema deck. But that's positive. Okay, that's nice and positive. See, to me right now, I can't see a thing, but let's see. Can you see her now a little better? There she is. Okay, hold on, let me, oh, I can't redo this video. I just can't. I gotta keep going here. Okay, but here we have 2 major arcanas with the Temperance and the World coming through. That is so beautiful. And 2 feminine, they made the drawings. Well, Temperance is usually a feminine angel, but the World is, I've never seen this card before, so that's so nice. But the World, you know, it's like we've made it, you know, we've done it. We were just talking about it, you know, we've made it happen. And that we have representing Saturn here is fabulous as well. Okay, let me pick up the cards and then we'll come back, because now, ooh, now we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm hoping you can see these cards, because this usually is a bright deck. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Earth, and we have an elk, a stallion here. And usually this wisdom is stamina. The elk, the stud, it speaks of stamina. So keep on going. And you can see here he has also there the elk in his embroidery of his horse's cloak. Okay, but keep on with the stamina. Don't give up on yourselves, okay? This is very cool. This is like, you know, the World card. It's like structuring yourself. Structure yourself to have that stamina. You keep on going. Don't give up, especially this year. But you got to have that discipline. Okay? And that's what the World card speaks of. Saturn, planet Saturn, speaks of discipline. You know, keeping your boundaries right. Don't let too many people in, especially, you know, sometimes people want a free ride. You know what I'm talking about, my friends? And you know, sometimes it's family who always want a free ride. But you now are strong enough, and you can share. You can give them what you want, but just you do it for yourself first, and then you take care of others. But love you first. Nice. Okay. We like that. We like that a lot. And that this same Temperance card, you know, this is about our spirituality. You know, having that truth about who you are becoming, who you know you are. Okay, and she's come back to back. I'm trying to think, what was the reading? I just did it by the fireplace. Oh, I'm sorry, my friends. You know, I'm still a little on the slow motion with my healing, but we're going to get better. Woo, look at this. So now we have, see, the earth element here. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, that's wonderful. All right, and Capricorn, all about that earth. Okay, so now we have 2 pentacles, earth signs here, and we have the the page and the knight. We talk about them because they're already in the castle. They live in the castle. So they're learning to master themselves, because the kings and queens speak of mastery. They've mastered themselves. And this is usually the children of the king and queen that are in the castle. So get grounded, get on earth. Looks like there's a goat here for her. There's a, the steer, the elk with stamina. The Native American wisdom, that animal means stamina. You can keep going. Okay, beautiful. That's good. And you see, there's a male active here. But even though Earth is all, Mother Earth, obviously, like Luna is female receptive, Mother Earth is female receptive. So, but that's why we, take care of the earth, harvest from her with the sun and cycles of the moon. Ooh, look at that. Look at this. Now we have the Fool card here, which I like to call the spiritual initiate. But the tarot, that's what it speaks of, all these 78 cards. We start as, this personality that is, foolishly going to go on their spiritual journey. They don't know where it's going to take them, but they trust in the invisible intelligence. They're going to give it up to the God, okay? And they're going to learn their journey to come to this, okay? To come to this energy. And you can see the cosmic realm here is shining bright as well. And it's usually a depiction of a male, he's looking up. That's good. That's what we want. And he's always got like a little doggy with him, a companion. But usually it shows that literally he's so giving it up to the universe, to the cosmic realm, to God, however you want to look at it, that it usually shows him with one foot out, like taking the step and trusting what's happening, okay? And that's the thing about, like, when we talked about right now, just a few minutes ago, about the solar eclipse and everything. It's like, we're trusting the cosmic realm, okay? None of that's man-made, okay? And how it works. So we got to trust and harness those energies and believe in where we're going with it, okay? Queen of Cups, love her. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this, beautiful. Okay, and look, we have an ibis and the lotus and the Queen of Cups. Beautiful, Queen of Cups. So now we have a Queen of Water, feminine, receptive. We have an ibis, and this is about the Egyptian tarot, and the Egyptians had ibises painted everywhere and chiseled in their rock formations, their stone formations. It was a very important animal. Well, they had so many animals that they, the hippos, the elephants, the leopards, lions, crocodiles, snakes. The Egyptians had it. I just watched a show how they found all these animals buried, their skeletons, and but it was like they buried them in a wonderful, like with respect and everything. It was, they just believed in animal totem wisdom, like the Native Americans do. But you see now here we have, like, there's a reflection of what's going on up here with the Queen. It's like, go within, okay? And the water sign is about our emotions. So going within. Yeah. So, and reflect upon, especially for those of you who live by the water, a lake, or, like I live by the Gulf of Mexico, the beach. And, but, just go within. Tap your emotions and think, because this is 2019 is number 3 code, okay, right? 2013. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. That's the Empress number. We want to think like the Empress, male or female, doesn't really matter. We want to think like the Empress, and that we have a queen here who's mastered herself. We have the knight and the page who have also mastered themselves. They're in the castle already. We want to pay attention to that, because the Empress rules kingdoms with her emperor. So they are the highest level, and that's how we want to truly think for this year with these new opportunities, you know, and now that we're just starting out the 2019, you know, a lot of it's unknown what's going to happen. Like here we have the unknown is going on right here, but we're going for it. Okay, we're going to go for it. Okay, so but we're going with it with an optimistic outlook. Okay, optimistic. Even if you don't know which way to go yet, you just work with the higher power that be. Okay, and you talk to your guides. That's why it's important to go within, turn technology off, pen and paper handy, and write down whatever comes to you. Okay, the Two of Discs. Alrighty. Interesting. Okay. Now, the Two of Discs has come out again, but not from this deck. It was another deck. But the Two of Discs keeps coming through. And twos mean, you know, that coupling, that pairing. And you can see that there's a snake here. And the snake has a crown on it too. Okay. And here we have the Jupiter symbol. I think this Capricorn right here too. Oh, I gotta see. I wish I was like, I gotta like learn this stuff. But anyway, but the snake, and you know the snake is all about transformation. How it can shed its skin, and it's transformation is key. And we have the yin yang here. I just read February 5th because I was into the Chinese Zodiac too, and it's going to be the year of the pig. So I want to do a special reading for that. I'll do it some early February, but I like that. Those, you know, the Chinese totally know their stuff too. Okay, so transformation here. Keep on going, and you see it's like the figure 8, power and success. Okay, and this is Aleister Crowley's deck, so you know everything he put into it is for a reason, no doubt about it. Okay, let's come back to this one though. Hold on. The Hangman. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas. The Hangman. Okay, Major Arcana 12. Okay. I'm trying to see. Well, you know, it's kind of like the Hangman here has, you know, the nails like what was given to Jesus, but here's the Ankh, the key of life. We have the sun going on here. But, you know, the Hangman speaks of that self-sacrifice. Look, we have another snake right here. Okay, another snake going on, coiled up. But so, and it can speak of self-sacrifice, that like you're going to sacrifice yourself to work with the guides, to work with the cosmic realm, to work with the beautiful ones, however you want to call it, to give yourself that courage to learn from them, okay, to learn from earth, air, fire, water, great spirit, as the Native Americans call it, metaphysics of life, okay. Oh, I put that away. Hold on, let me see. No, oh, I put that star, you know, that speaks about the metaphysics of life. But, you know, with the Hangman, it also says, you know, it's like sometimes we self-sacrifice, like the initiate, spiritual initiate card. We're going to sacrifice ourselves to gain all this wisdom, to come to the world, okay, where we have attained the wisdom, we've attained the resources, we've attained the knowledge, we've imagined what we can put forward, okay? And that's why we want to be like ambitious. We're going to go on this ambitious journey, okay? We're going to take it, and we're going to be, you know, have patience, because to start here, to end up here, takes patience. There's no, you know, free ride, okay? No taxi going to take you there. So it's like you have to really be, it's like your inner core, your inner self, your soul self. You and you alone can do this, okay? And yes, it's going to have to sacrifice a little bit, but we don't sabotage ourselves, okay? We do this with our mystic spiritual self wanting to learn, okay? But look, we received the World card, so definitely, this is not a self-sabotage card. This is self-sacrificing yourself to attain this, and here it is on the table, okay? So let's see what these other cards have here. So that's wonderful that that Saturn's Major Arcana card, Trump card, came through. Ooh, look, we have another Major Arcana, the Justice card. I love it. This is Libra's card right here, the Justice, the balance, the harmony. You know, here she is. She looks like she's in the castle. She's got a crown on her, Major Arcana. Oh, see, and look, she's weighing. This is how the Egyptians did it too. That the feather and the heart, okay? And so they would pull the heart out. It's funny how the Egyptians, they kind of tossed all those body parts away, but they would weigh your heart to a feather, and if the heart weighed more, then they'd think your soul was negative, okay? It wasn't, you weren't a good. So you want to keep that balance, but the feather is heavier than the heart, and that's a good sign, okay? And she's on earth, she's barefoot, and she's got that sword as well. So here we have, keep that balance. It's all about balance. It's been always about balance, because we know there's dark forces out there, but we are in the white light, bright light, and we can battle. It's always been, you know, a battle between the souls of darkness against the souls of light. But here on this channel, we are souls of light. We are spiritual warriors of the white light, bright light. Okay, so we don't even, as Archangel Michael taught me years ago, we don't concentrate on the evil. Okay, we don't concentrate on that. We put our journey, hold on. We take our journey and make it all happen. We put it, and we keep balance with it. Okay, we keep, just like how the cosmic realm is in its balance right now. Just like how with the moon and the earth around the sun star, okay, it's all in balance, and planet Venus does her 260 days, when sometimes we see her in the morning sky, sometimes at the night, and sometimes we don't see her at all. Okay, it's all balance, cosmic justice, we can call it. Okay, look at that, how beautiful. Another Major Arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, nice, 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 beautiful. And here we have the Page of Wands, and now we have the 7 of Coin. Okay, now, okay, the Page of Wands is also a fire element, okay, and 7 speak of that spiritual victory or spiritual challenge. So since we've already got the World card here, and you know, the alchemy of the Temperance card here, we know that we're on the right situation. We're going on the right journey. Okay, we're going to have that good judgment, that benevolent with the angel, that benevolent good judgment, and then doing the elixing. See, this is where we're working with our own innate powers to say, yeah, I can make this elixir happen and move forward, and that the world is on the first stream here is wonderful. And you see, again, she's just touching the cosmic realm. I hope you can see this. I don't know why it's so dark to me, but hopefully you all can see it. Okay, and he's got his little partner here, little kitty cat. And get outside, get on earth. Even though Wands is a fire element, you see, it's all about tapping earth. And here we have the Page is also in the, did I say this was a 7 page? No, did I? It's a 7 of Wands. Page of Wands, excuse me, Page. So another, usually pages are feminine, feminine receptive here. So we have the fire element, and here we have the Knight. So these all are in the kingdom, in the castle there. Okay, and we have another Page here, and then the Fool goes with the World. The Temperance is keeping that elixir going. We have the Hangman that we're not going to self-sab. We have a Queen of Cups here, also in the castle. Okay, so you see how we got this going on, that we're going to attain that mastery for ourselves. Okay, Major Arcana card, the Fool, starting out the journey. But here we have, and the World is here too. So you see how, and we have the beautiful Temperance angel. Okay. And now we have, okay, so, you know, House Cry, I talk about him, and this is my first deck ever, but he sometimes tries to, you know, use the heaviest words, and Again, sevens to me are about, you know, spiritual challenges or spiritual victory. And here he uses the word failure. Okay, but I kind of explain it because this card usually shown is person on earth, and it's looking at the harvest of a tree that's growing. This person has planted that tree. This person has watered the tree, and I say it's a beautiful thing, okay? But he uses the word failure, and the only time I think the seven of discs, the seven of coins, okay, the seven of earth, the seven of resources is failure. If you've taken that time to put the seeds into earth, to water those seeds, grow, put more water, you know, whatever it takes, fertilizing, tree hugging, whatever it takes for this tree to grow its fruit, but you let that fruit fall on the ground and rot, then that's failure. You've wasted all that time and energy, and the plant also couldn't make a pie with your fruit, or you couldn't give to others the fruit away as food source. That's failure. Okay, so we don't want to put a lot of time and energy in something and then we turn our backs away from that. Okay, so that's the only time I would use the word failure for this card, but if not, it's all to go. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is this Saturn right here? I don't know. I don't know what this looks like. Saturn up here, but I can tell this is a bull right there. Taurus, Venus, Mercury. See, I have to. But anyway, we're not going to use the word seven of failure, okay? We're going to say there might be challenges, but we're going to take it to victory, okay? Victory. And that's what we're going to do, okay? Victory. Yes, we are. All right? And then again, we're self-sacrificing ourselves. Okay, we're not self-sabotaging ourselves. And here we have also progressiveness. I think this is the Capricorn symbol. This is Jupiter right here. And there's Temperance to talk about Jupiter. But I love that the World card came through, Saturn's card. Wonderful. Alrighty, so, you know, it's like, it seems like it's kind of all over the place in a way, but not really. Because if we speak of the Fool to the world, we're on the righteous course. That's what the metaphysics of the tarot is all about. How you start and where you end. And this is how we want to do it. Okay? That's how we want to do it. There's a journey. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. Okay? No doubt about it. I mean, but you're going to be aware or beware on how you're going to take this journey. And this is now for the new beginning month of 2019, January. And you can see that the cosmic realm here, the world itself wants so much for us. So make it happen for you, okay? And it's about taking time. There's no rush. This is not a race, okay? And especially with spirituality, you're not really in charge per se. You go with the flow, okay? We go with the flow. All right, I'm trying to say, okay, very good. I picked a rune that has no reverse, so we kind of like that. Let me see, where am I at? What time is it? Okay, good, 38:55. Okay. A rune. Ooh, what was that? Look, things are just. What is that? It's like, oh, a little crystal. Looks like it just fell apart. Okay. So let's look at this rune. This rune has come through. Again, because this is the rune of disruption, and it's known as Hagals. Yes, Hagals. Oh, let me make sure I have the book that has Hagals in it, because it's come through so often, but one book doesn't have it because the pages came through. The pages were torn up. See? See? Okay? Hagals. Okay, see we go. Here's Hagals, page 129, and It's at 128. So 129 has been missing. However, I have the other book because this is a two sets of runes in this one bag. So I made sure I had both books on it. And look, so this rune has come through now 3 times, because the 2 times it's come through before, I had this other book and I couldn't read it. And I did pick up, I went to find this book, but then the second time I just was, oh no, I can't. I picked another rune. But Hagals now wants something to tell us, so let's see what it wants to say. Because obviously this is 3 times in a row now, pretty much. Hagals, disruption, elemental power, hail, the will of heaven. I wrote down here a long time ago, the will of heaven. Okay, disruption, elemental power, hail. Okay, so here we have Haglas is the name of the rune. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. Okay, so here we've got the world card out. We might as well bring it up. So you see, we want to kind of like tap the archetypal mind. That's what the tarot is about, how you can tap. Like I'm suggesting to all of us, male, female, to tap the archetypal mind of the Empress this year especially. Okay, and that we're opening up to know that there's so many, even though it's unknown, possibilities for 2019, but go with it. Okay, just keep going on the journey and let your guides or situations that come forward, sometimes good, sometimes not so good, you learn from it. Okay, you learn from challenges and you learn from opportunities, but you know where you don't want to go again, and you learn where you want to go, where you want to steer, especially if there's forks in the road. If you recall, wait a minute, I think I went down that road, I'm going to try the next road and see. And we learn, okay? All right, so drawing Haglas, it indicates a pressing need with the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. And here we have, see, he's giving it up. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to go. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Haglas has only an upright position. You see, no reverse, upright position. And yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the Great Awakener. Capital G, Great, capital A, Awakener. Although the form of awakening takes many various ways, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though as you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships or beliefs. And once you go towards your spiritual awakening, like Haglas is the Great Awakener, and you're giving it up to the universe, you're working with the cosmic realm, you're saying, I want you to lead me and guide me to my higher true force self, the spiritual warrior that I am, the white light, bright light that I want to harness, so if the dark ones come, I can battle them with no fear, okay? And this is how sometimes this has to work, okay? Disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply dries up. But do not be dismayed. Whether you created the disruption or whether it comes from an outside source, you are not without power in the situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged, okay? And look, we had these 2 sevens coming through, which speaks of, spiritual challenges or spiritual victory. Where's that other 7? Don't we have 2 sevens? But anyway. Oh, no, it was a page. I was calling this. What's this one? No, the Page of Wands. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So, there's always challenges. And you know what? Sometimes the challenges make us stronger, right? Because we battled it, or we kept going. It didn't stop us from what we wanted to do. Okay, your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Another of the cycle runes, the term radical discontinuity, best describes the action of Hagalaz at its most forceful. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Okay, and look at all this cosmic forces we got going on here. And especially last year's all the eclipses and everything going on. And now this year's the same thing. They truly want us to align. And we're going to think like this Empress, who rules kingdoms, okay? We're going to think like her. We're going to love like her. We're going to bring forward the bounty. Okay, she's about that beautiful earth bounty as well. She's usually like the Queen of Cups, shown pregnant, okay? She's the mother. She's like Mother Earth. She and Mother Earth are one. This is how we want to look at it. What time am I at? You know what? I'm going to pick one more rune because the reading's been going. It's a wonderful reading, truly, for all of us, opening up with this new moon. And this is for all people, for all zodiac signs, okay? In the sign of Capricorn. So, it's positive. But let's just pick it. But Hagalaz has been wanting to come through. Both times I had this book out and I'm like, ay. So I'd pick another rune. But you see, we might have to be going through disruptions. And for those of you who have been kind of like for a couple years, like coming out of your spiritual closet, but you're like awkward, like, ooh, I'm going to put it down as strength. There you go. The strength rune is here. Vaya con Dios. Okay. The strength rune is here. You just keep going. Okay. And if people put you down or people think, oh, they're different than us, she believes or he believes in higher power and what's all that about, let those people just be. So be it. Okay. But you are acknowledging your spirituality, okay? You're a force in this body. This is just a vessel. Our soul goes to the next vessel, the next body. And we might come back male. We might come back female. We might not be gender. We might, we talk about it, come back as animals too. There's many other ways. So just be open-minded. But that we receive the strength card, and the strength card is right here. Beautiful. Love it. Fabulous. Okay, page 100. And that's what we want to have. Strength of mind, strength of body. And even that we go through sometimes, like, I've gone through an illness here, but we keep going. We're not going to let that take us down. We just go through the steps. And sometimes it's good. I think sometimes we have to go through these times when our body shuts down somewhat for us to go into that introspection and ask, why have to, go through this? But we come out winners, we come out winning, we come out learning lessons, okay? And we heal our body as best as we can, okay? And we go within. We can heal our bodies. I believe in that very much. Okay, strength, manhood, womanhood, the wild ox. Okay, the rune of terminations and new beginnings. Isn't that beautiful? The name of this rune is Uruz. Uruz, U-R-U-Z, Uruz. The rune of terminations and new beginnings. Isn't that fabulous? We exit from 2018, hasta la vista, and now we're entering this new 2019, thinking like the Empress, ruling kingdoms, okay? But with beauty, love, and shine. Nothing like, for ego and money and, selfish. No. Okay, so the rune of terminations, new beginnings, during Uruz indicates the life you have been living has outgrown its form, That form must die so that new energy can be released in a new form. This is a rune of passage, and as such part of the cycle of initiation. And here we have, that's what I like to call this Fool card, because I don't want to think he's a fool. I'd like to term it spiritual initiate, that you are starting in New Jersey and you're not familiar with how a lot of it works. And yes, you're going to meet challenges, and yes, you're going to meet, hi little Lala, how are you? You're going to meet, and then you know, and here we go with Capricorn. Capricorn's Major Arcana card is the devil himself, old Diablo. You know, some of us might have to meet him, or maybe some of us have, but it's like we're just learning. Okay, we're going to be in this initiation, this positive initiation. Okay, positive growth and change. Positive growth and change, however, may involve a descent into darkness as part of the cycle of perpetual renewal. Okay, let's just talk about this new moon. You know, new moons usually we don't see. It's a dark moon, okay? So because how it's aligned with the sun, and we won't be seeing it. But again, it's like now when we have the solar eclipse involved. So there's more ways that we can work with this, harness these energies. So when we want to go through that cycle of perpetual renewal, okay, it's like when your health is affected in a poorly way, but we're going to renew ourselves. We're going to get healthier. We're going to, you know, think positive. We're going to shape ourselves to renew. That's the beautiful thing about ourselves. Our cells can renew themselves, okay? As in nature, this progression consists of 5 aspects: death, decay, fertilization, gestation, and rebirth. Events occurring now may well prompt you to undergo a death within yourself. Since self-change is never coerced, we are always free to resist. Remain mindful that the new life is always greater than the old. Okay, and I you know, like I mentioned, the runes were my first divination ever before tarot, and Aleister Crowley's deck was my first tarot deck. But the runes offer so much wisdom, and the Vikings, these runes were implemented by the Vikings, and yes, they were kind of like warrior people. Yes, they were, but they were very much earth-aligned people, and they just brought a lot of wisdom, and I relate it to their wisdom. Okay, and they did have balance, because like all runes have another message when it's reversed. Okay, but right now we did pick the Strength card here, thinking like manhood, womanhood, being like the wild ox. Okay, so, but remain mindful that the new life, this new 2019, is always greater than the old past. Prepare then for opportunity disguised as loss. It could involve the loss of someone or something to which you have intense emotional bond, and through which you are living part of your life, a part that must now be retrieved so you can live it out for yourself. In some way that bond is being severed, a relationship radically changed, a way of life coming to an end. Seek among the ashes and discover a new perspective, a new strength. The ancient symbol for Uruz was the aurochs, a wild ox. When the wild ox, what did I see over here? No, that's like a bull. Okay, look. Okay, when the wild, which is something like a bull, the ox, when the wild ox was domesticated, an immensely difficult task, it could transport heavy loads. Learn to adapt yourself to the demands of such a creative time. And here we go, creative power of the Empress. Okay, learn to adapt yourself to the demands of such a creative time. Firm principles attached to this rune. At the same time, humility is called for. And that's a good word, humility. You know, like I think the Empress has much humility. I don't think she's an egomaniac, conceited biatch. Okay, I don't see her like that. And yes, she can warrior like the best, Venus. Okay, she can. She can put on armor on and take y'all out. But I feel that she's, you know, humility is what is her code. Since in order to rule, you must learn how to serve. Isn't that well done? Okay, and we're talking about 2019 here now with this new moon in Capricorn. At the same time, humility is called for, since in order to rule, the Empress rules kingdoms, you must learn how to serve. And that's why I think she's, a high female that has humility. Uruz puts you on notice that your soul and the universe support the new growth. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Woohoo. Okay, my darlings. Well, I think that this is what we need to know. What's going on? Where'd I put the other room? Ay. What did he do? Well, anyway. It's here. We've read it. Did I lay it down here somewhere? Oh my goodness. I got caught up in this room. No, really, what the Hagalas room? Where did that go? I didn't put it back. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, my dears. Well, now we know how we want to. There's no reverse. But what I read is truth. And then here for the strength. Think of that humility like the Empress for 2019. Male or female energies. And remember, the spiritual initiate, here we come to end with the world. Here we have the world, okay, with us, okay? Much love to all of you. And justice and balance. Think of the balance always. Always keep that balance aligned. Love to all of you. Make 2019 happen. It's your year, our year. Love to all. Ciao.